like to remind you at this time to please turn on all recording devices. Thank you.
This is a really sweet and momentous moment for me personally, and I want to thank all of you guys for being here to share
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first episode of our show, Hit Record on TV. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, I'm assuming a lot of you guys out there in TV land have never heard of Hit Record, so let me catch you guys up. It was back in 2005 that I first started Hit Record with my brother, Dan. And I have his Kermit sock on the left and his pink Chuck sock on the right. And then in 2010, we launched it as what we call an open collaborative production company. Open, meaning anybody can contribute. Collaborative, meaning we use the internet to work on our projects together. And production company, because that's what we do. We've screened our short films at Sundance and other festivals. We've published books. We've put out records. We've gone on tour. But it's all been leading up to this. Now we get to hit record on TV. Everything you're gonna see on this show is made collaboratively by a community of hundreds of thousands of artists from all over the world, and each episode is gonna be revolving around a different theme. So I figured, since this is our first ever episode, our show tonight will be regarding the number one.
So, as Shari said, this is not the first time that Hit Record has been to Sundance. And just thought, for those of you who might not know, I'd briefly tell you a little story about how many times we've been here and how actually Sundance was such an instrumental part of Hit Record becoming what it has become. This is, I think, the 5th time, but only the 4th official entry. The first time we came to Sundance with Hit Record was an entirely unofficial situation. It was before Hit Record was a professional production company, before we had like a terms of service on our site or anything like that. And it was when we launched what we called V3, the third version of the site that my brother and I made together. And we pushed the button here in the snow at Sundance 2009 on January 20th. And so that was 2009. In 2010, we came back here and we were, Shari had us here at the New Frontiers section. And that was when we really started it as a production company, and we had figured out how we could do it all legally, and we could figure out how, if we were to make money, we could pay the artists that were contributing to our collaborations. And it was the first time that we ever did any sort of live presentation in a venue of the work that we had made. And we did it in front of 99 people at a basement of the mall on Main Street where the New Frontier was at that time. And that's really the first time we started to figure out what eventually became the television show you're going to see tonight. We came back 2 years later in 2012 and we did our show at the biggest venue here at Echoes. And so we went for that. It's really cool. And then last year too, we came here and we set up a rec room, and people were coming in and out and making stuff. And so I want to say that Sundance and what Mr. Redford has done with Sundance was kind of in the same spirit of what I've hoped to do with Hit Record, which is to create a community of people who are not necessarily trying to make money with their movies, in the case of Sundance, or with their records in the case of Hit Record, but just doing it because they really love making things, and they want to do it together, because that's at the heart of it. What this is all about is people connecting with each other. Sundance was just an indispensable part of HitRecord becoming what it's become. And I can only hope in my wildest dreams that, decades from now, HitRecord is nurturing artists like Sundance has nurtured us. What can I say? This show, I think it's pretty good. I like it. I think you're gonna like it. And I don't want to say too much more about it.
One is the loneliest number, and you want to know who's lonely? Songwriters. After all alone is all we are. So I put out a request. I have an idea for a song in this episode about loneliness. So songwriters out there, this one's for you. I want the song to be called You're Not the Only One. Lots of people wrote different versions of this song, and we took bits and pieces of several contributions and combined them. And two contributors are here with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Wonder Boy and Jersey Jump. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, man, you're looking sharp. Both of you, look at you guys. Wonder Boy wrote the chords that we ended up using for the song's chorus.
You didn't necessarily want it to be kind of sad and dreary. You wanted it to kind of build up into almost like a celebration of the individual. And so the first thing that came to my mind was just something kind of happy and bouncy and skipping through daisies and all that whatnot.
Jersey Jung wrote a melody that we ended up using for the song's verses.
I sat at home and I was kind of thinking, like, what does loneliness sound like? And so in the chords and in the melody, I was trying to express kind of the ache of loneliness, but also some beauty and some hope.
I wrote lyrics to go with their music, and we played it live on stage. But by the time we got to the first chorus, we were not singing alone. Here I sing out loud, is there anyone there? I don't hear a sound, I guess nobody dares. So I sing a bit louder than I did before. Still no ring on my phone, no knock on my door. And just as I had closed my eyes and could no longer see, you sing to me. You're not the only one. You're not the only one, not the only one. You're not the only one, not the only one. Did I speak my mind? Did I say the right words? Are they twisted signs? Did I mean what you heard? Listen close, let me know that you know what it's like. 'Cause I'm telling the truth, but I'm not sure it's right. Can you add the doubt that what's without's the same as what's within? Tell me again. You're not the only one. You're not the only one, not the only one. You're not the only one, not the only one. See, there really is a first time for everything. And getting started, it's always the hardest part. Just walking up and saying hello. Once you start talking, it gets easier. Or sitting down in front of that blank page. Once you start writing, there's plenty to say. Or running your finger over that round red record button until just the right moment when you hit it, and then you know. This is just the beginning. We'll see you next time. Thanks again.